Welcome back. This is Video Game News for July the 20th. A little bit more stuff to cover this week. First, let's get over with quickly a couple of eShop sales going on from Nintendo. First, we have the Outlast collection or trilogy, if you will, for $6.24. Crash and Sing trilogy and the Spyro Reignite trilogy are both $19.99 on sale. The World Ends With You Final Remix is $24.99 right now. You also have the Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, which also includes Liberation, of course, for $14.99. The Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection is $14.79. You also have Northgard, which is a cool-looking indie game, for $17.49. A sort of horror-style first-person indie game called The Room for $2.49. You have Super Hot for $17.49. Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle for $9.99. Onimusha Warlords Remastered for $9.99. Planet Alpha for $4.99. Also, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD for $19.99. Devil May Cry Remaster $11.99. Devil May Cry 2 Remaster $11.99. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition Remaster $14.99. NeoCab, which is a cool looking little indie game, for $14.99. Bundle Pixel Art Volume 1 is on sale for $5.69. Now that includes 3 pixel style indie games, and one of them is on sale for $4.99, but you're better off just paying 70 more cents and getting 2 more games. Also, the Kingsbird $4.99. It's a cool looking indie platformer game. I like the art style of it. Warlocks Godslayers for $1.79 on sale. Lego Worlds $8.99, and the last of stuff I thought I'd mention is a cool looking game called Ghost Files Memory of a Crime for $5.99. Now, we have a bunch of announcements from Limited Run Games for a bunch of new limited edition games that are coming out over the rest of this year to the end of fourth quarter 2020. First up, some upcoming limited run games. Bug Fables, the Everlasting Sapling. It's going to be offered physical limited runs for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. Also, you have coming out exclusive. I'm not sure if there's any copies left because it was over the weekend. It may be available. I managed to get pre-order in, luckily. There's going to be 3 versions of the game. The base is going to be $29.99, and that is Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves. It's getting a limited physical release for the PS4. Total only 4,000 copies of the base game for $29.99. Then you have a $59.99 version, which will have, I believe, it's like 1,400 copies made of it, and then there's going to be a special bundle which includes like both things together for $89.99. Next up, being released sometime in quarter 3, Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which I already have digital, but this is going to be basically the only way if you want a physical version of the Castlevania Collection, which is a collection of like 7 Castlevania games. And I recommend checking it out. I'm waiting to see what the price range is going to be. whether or not I'd like to get a physical copy. But personally, I'm a big supporter of the limited run. I like what I've done. I currently have about like 6 limited run games as of right now, and I have at least like 4 more on pre-order. But limited run's a great way to go. Definitely, if you want a cool looking, very hard to find like physical copy, it's the best way to go. Katana Zero is going to be strictly for the Switch. Um, the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, PS4 and Switch. Uh, you also have Kunai, which is going to be strictly on the Switch, and it's already out. Mighty Gunvolt Burst for PS4 and Switch, coming out in August. It's a special crossover game between a game called Gunvolt and Mighty Number 9. So if you're like an old school Mega Man fan, you'll appreciate it. I mean, personally, I like Mighty Number 9. I think it's criminally underrated and overly hated. Also, getting some limited run stuff, Samurai Jack Battle Through Time, which is getting released on the Switch and PS4. The Mighty Gunvolt Burst, also for PS4 and Switch. Shantae is being released for Switch only in September. It's going to be a remaster of the Game Boy Color Classic, which, by the way, if you want the original like Game Boy Color Shantae, you're looking at like $400 to $500 for it, which is pretty insane. This is a good way to go about getting it. Also, you have Super Meat Boy Forever for Switch and PS4. You have also Space Channel number 5 VR, which is being released, of course, for PSVR. It's a game I'm kind of tempted about looking at, being an old school Dreamcast fan. I'm kind of curious about myself. Also, The Mummy Demastered is getting a physical release for the Switch and PS4 on the 31st of this month. You also have The Secret of Monkey Island 30th Anniversary Anthology Collection. Strictly, unfortunately, for PC only, coming out in October this year. Also, To the Moon, coming out 4th quarter, strictly for Switch. Extreme Sports, coming out for Switch, originally a Game Boy Color game, coming out in October. Now to some normal game headline news. You have Ubisoft had a showcase over the past week showing off like new gameplay footage and stuff of the 3 upcoming big titles for them. And that is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, and the announcement of Far Cry 6, which is probably the biggest of all the things. Also, you have a vintage Super Mario Bros. Game sold this past week for $114,000. Yeah, it was a graded one, obviously, but no matter what, still, that's just ridiculous amount of money for one video game. And unfortunately, it's going to influence people to charge even higher amounts of money for, like, graded stuff, which is unfortunate for us collectors. But also, Ubisoft announced that they have decided to reboot a game that was already in pretty good amount in development. The Ubisoft announced they are rebooting the development of Skull and Bones, which looked like it was going to be an awesome pirate game. I was genuinely looking forward to trying Skull and Bones out, but now with the announcement of a reboot and deciding to start from scratch, I'm not sure how I feel. Next, we have an announcement from Smite. Announced that this month that they were doing a special crossover with Avatar: The Last Airbender is having a crossover with Smite. That should be interesting to say the least. Also, Hearthstone for PC gamers. Hearthstone has a new expansion coming. Also, Google Stadia has announced a new exclusive coming out. Some new exclusive stuff. Um, and that being a game called Orcs Must Die 3. Also, there's been announcements for some new upcoming games for the Google Stadia. We have Serious Sam 4 Standard is being released soon for both PC, or rather, it's only coming out apparently for PC and Stadia, at least at launch in August. So that's going to be cool. As somebody who actually has played the Serious Sam games, I genuinely think they're great classic shooting games. If you like old school Wolfenstein, you like old school Doom, you'd really like the Serious Sam games. Which you can get the trilogy like collection on Google Stadia as well as on the PS, or not PS3, but the 360. Also, in a leak that was recently done, it sounds like some recent games that were being planned on being in development. According to a leak from Valve, stated that apparently they were starting to work on development of a Half-Life 3 as well as a Left 4 Dead 3. But it says here, and also they stated that a Dark Souls-like game was being developed by Valve, but they ended up deciding to scrap the game altogether. That'd probably been interesting to see a Soul-style game done by Valve. Would probably be interesting. Also, Lego announced that they are coming out with a special new Lego set. It's going to be Lego NES, coming August the 1st. It's literally a Lego set that you'll be able to put together and create like a mini original NES game, even put together, create like a Super Mario Bros. Cartridge, and even what looks like a little TV attached. It's kind of cool. It's going to be like 2,600 pieces total. And the price range, from what I'm understanding, they're talking like that this set, Lego set, is going to run somewhere between like $200 and $250. Kind of pricey, but let's be honest. Kind of know Lego has taken advantage of its big bump up in the years for the amount of IPs they've been able to get exclusive rights to. So yeah, I'm not surprised they're charging so much. Also, you have, of course, the announcement of new Power Rangers DLC, specifically the first character, which has been officially released, and with a special new alternate skin for Daishi from Jungle Fury. Also, of course, the new DLC character is also from Jungle Fury, of course, that being the Wolf Ranger, RJ. Also, a few Xbox deals before I wrap this up. These are deals with gold. First up, Bloodstain Ritual of the Night, on sale for $20 even. Blasphemous is on sale for $12.49. It's like a 2D platformer style Dark Souls. It's the best way to describe it. Devil May Cry 5, $20. Dragon's Dogma Dark Descent for $9.89. Far Cry 4 is on sale for $6. Far Cry 5 is on sale for $9. Final Fantasy VIII Remaster on sale for $10. Red Dead Redemption 2 is on sale for $30. Kingdom Come on sale for $15. Mega Man 30th Anniversary Collection on sale for $40.19. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite $10. Resident Evil 2 Remake, $20. Resident Evil 3 Remake, $40.19. Resident Evil 7, $10. Final Fantasy 7, just the basic Final Fantasy 7 Remaster, for $8. Final Fantasy 9 Remaster for $10.49. And then we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is on sale for $9. Assassin's Creed Enzo Trilogy is on sale for $12. The Assassin's Creed Odyssey for $15. Assassin's Creed Origins Gold Edition is on sale for $20. Assassin's Creed Unity is on sale for $9. And last, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is on sale for $9. And that's it for some basic video game news and some video game deals going on right now in now the second half of July. And I'll see everyone next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And stay safe out there. And by the way, I have a new playthrough with RJ coming out in the next couple of days from Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Stay tuned for that playthrough, and I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.